Hello and welcome to the last MediaStuds film for a while. The end of an epic series. Of course, we'll keep them up. We'll be coming back sometime next year. Got a bit of Christmas break, but we thought we'd end the year by doing a quick top 5 of the year. The top 5 best films we have seen in cinemas this year.
Whoa.
Yeah?
Calm down there. I think you're going a bit too fast.
What?
We need to let our audience sit down for a second. Make a cup of tea, you know?
Okay.
So, guys, sit down, make yourself comfortable, and listen to our top 5.
Top 5. Gonna have one each. We're gonna go me first. And we're gonna have Pip.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, won't it? My top 5 of films.
My feeling is they'll probably be similar because we generally don't go to the cinema without each other that often.
Yeah, I can't go to cinema without Kieran.
Yeah. Oh,
Get scared.
Right. Okay. So here we go. My number 5, and perhaps some people should think this is higher on the list. Of course, we're going 5 being the worst of the best, and 1 being the best of the best. My number 5 is The Avengers. I can appreciate what it's doing for comic books, and I appreciate that it's bringing together all these great characters, but for me the best parts in that film weren't the visuals or the great special effects, but the bits where it was just them interacting. But I can't wait for Avengers 2, and I hope they really step it up story-wise. Okay, my number 4 is a film that me and Pip have reviewed. It is Argo. I really loved Argo. I thought it was exciting, but also sort of informative. Of course, if you want the full review, I'll put a link to it in this video. My number 3, we're getting to the big 3 now, drum roll, is Skyfall. You can stop drumming now. Skyfall, I really loved it. These top 3, they could really all be at number 1. But Skyfall, loved it. Only the 3rd James Bond I've ever seen, but if I see some more, I'll definitely review them. It's the best out of the Daniel Craigs. It's exciting, and despite what people say, it's not too long. It brings back all of what the popular culture that James Bond is now associated with, the Aston Martin, the great music. I really do think it is a great film. Number 2, the final 2. Another drum roll. If you can't hear, Pip is drum rolling. You can stop now.
Of course they can hear me.
Yeah, number 2 is The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. I really like this film. Visually, it was incredible. Story-wise, it was still good. It just got better and better. Weak start, although I love seeing the Shire on the big screen. And one thing we didn't talk about in our review recently was the opening. You see Frodo and Ian Holm in the opening. I love that. Not in the book, but I really like that. I love seeing the Shire. The Hobbit. If it's still out when you're watching this review, go see it. Now, the next film isn't a film that's still in the cinemas, but it's one of the best films in the cinema that I've seen in a while. As I say, the top 3, they could all go to number 1, but this it had to be at number 1. You can probably guess what it is. It is...
Not really, but...
Pip hasn't seen it.
I have no idea what you're about to say here, so...
It is the Dark...
Twilight.
It is The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, he's just changed it, boys and girls.
It's The Dark Knight Rises. I haven't done a review on this on MediaStuds, but I can't say how much I like this film. It's way better than Dark Knight. Dark Knight I could talk about this all day, but it was just... Heath Ledger's performance made it great, yeah, but apart from that, it's not that good. Dark Knight Rises, everything is strong. It's a great ending, and like Inception, another one of Nolan's films, it doesn't make everything crystal clear at the end, and I love that. I love the fact that they, get Robin in at the end, and it just makes the trilogy feel complete, and I hope they don't do any more. So, that's my top 5 of the year. About to hear Pip's once he's got it all on Word.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pip, without further ado, let's hear your top 5 films of the year.
Okay, here's my top 5 of the year. I can't remember what films we've seen this year, so I've just been writing down a few on the Word document. and I'm going to see how this goes. So, number 5 I've got down here. I haven't put them in order, so let's just choose which one was the crappiest. I think Battleship was probably the worst we've seen this year. It was a bit shoddy, to be honest, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Didn't really work. Then I've got Sweeney, which we saw a bit earlier. It's a good film, action film, really intense. Then I've got the Avengers. Good film, isn't it? Do you agree?
There are about parts of it that I like, but I think it is. No, I don't. I didn't.
You don't agree?
No.
Right. So, right, fine. Number 2, we've got Argo, which was a really good film.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Argo.
Yeah. And now I've got The Hobbit, which we saw yesterday.
Yep.
I think this is better than The Lord of the Rings.
Go on,
so far.
elaborate. Go on.
I'm going to elaborate now.
Of course, they are making 3 Hobbit films, which I'm
They
not
are.
sure about, to be honest.
You're not sure about it?
No.
Why not?
Because I've read the book, and I don't know where they can stretch it.
Really?
Yeah. It's not... It's like... The book is half the size of the Fellowship. Alright, so...
You can do it, Percy.
That was top 5... that was Pitt's top 5 of the year. I'm going to do a top 3 worst films of the year. Okay, so here are my top 3 worst films of the year. At number 3 is Titanic 3D. I have no problems, well, I do, but I quite like the original Titanic. Didn't need to be in 3D, but it was alright to see it in the cinema.
It did need to be in 3D.
No, it didn't. Shut up.
Yes, it did.
Alright, so at number 2, you can hear my thoughts on 3D in a future video, perhaps. But,
What, because you're blind?
number... First of all, they don't fit my glasses, alright?
This is the only problem you have with 3D.
At number 2, it's the Sweeney. Some interesting action scenes, but mainly a dumb story. And it didn't help that Ryan was talking all the way through. Boom! Slam! Number 2...
Oh, being so bosh now.
At number 1, it's Battleship. One of the worst films I have ever seen. Ever. It's even worse than Transformers. Yeah, Transformers 2. It's that bad. I can't say any more.
Still
Goodbye,
better.
everybody.
Titanic.
That's a positive end to the year, isn't it?
What's that, 10?
We'll see you in the next series. Say bye, Pitt. Say bye.
Bye.